I'm Jonathan Knight, this is B-Movie Man. This is the movie I want to check out today. Well, the one I'm going to check out today is a brand new release from Basement Videos, and that is the one, the only, the legendary double feature of Sébastien Godin's Slimoids. Slimoids and Dinogore. Sorry for that little backwards there. I'll have a better view of the cover on screen, but it is amazing looking. Both that and just like the movies themselves. Slimoids and Dinogore. Doesn't they sound amazing to me. Like hearing those titles whenever Tony sent me this, I got super excited about checking these two out. And I got even more excited when I found out it was from the director of Like an Animator, which if you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm going to have to dig out my copy and give it a view. Again, a review. Not a review, a review. But I'm super excited to, talk about these. So, first up is Slimoids. And Slimoids is about a deranged mad scientist who sends her creepy, crawly, and slimy minions on a mission of the macabre and world domination. Ooh, that sounds fucking awesome, don't it? This one is basically a tribute to all those little monster movies of the 80s. You know, all those like Gremlin ripoffs, like Hobgoblins, Critters, Munchies, Ghoulies, all those kind of movies. This one is a big fat love letter to those kind of movies. So if you're a huge fan of the little monster movies of the 80s, this one will definitely be up your alley because this movie was a lot of fun. First of all, the puppets that were created by Dustin Wade Mills, who, if you don't know, he's a director of stuff like Zombie A-Hole, The Ballad of Skinless Pete, Easter Casket, etc. He's also a puppet creator. And he created the puppets for this movie, and they look absolutely fucking awesome. There's even a little bit of stop motion seen throughout the movie, which I was really surprised to see, but I was absolutely happy about seeing it. For the most part, the acting, it ranges from decent to but I will say that Steve Walls and Rain Ty stand out the most in this movie. Steve Walls plays one of the cops in the movie, one of the detectives, and Rain Ty, I believe he plays a squatter who breaks into the house that has where the Slimoids live down in the basement. He does really, he's really a lot of fun. Steve Walls is a blast to watch. Every time he was on screen, it was just fun to watch him. There's also a really cool little cameo from Mr. Parka, or Dave Parka, aka Mr. Parka. If you don't know who he is, if you watch my channel, you know who he is. He's a big YouTuber, especially when involving this kind of movies right here. He's both an actor too. He acts in a lot of them, but he's a reviewer. He reviews a lot of this kind of stuff. He's a great guy. He's done a lot for me in the past. He sent me his movie, Slimy Little Bastards, to watch whenever I just got out of the hospital for soldier surgery from having seizures. And he also recommended me for a little part in Natasha Knighty's Boudoir Blood. So I really appreciate. He's done a really he's an awesome guy. So if you don't know who he is, check out his YouTube channel, Mr. Parka. But I'm sure you already know who he is. He has a fun little cameo in this. Brink Stevens, she's the voice of the being in the movie, which is the mad scientist who created the Slimoids. She does the voice of the being, and if you're a huge fan of hers, you'll recognize her voice right away. She does. She just has one of those recognizable voices. It's maybe because I had a huge horror-thon last month with a lot of movies with her in it that I just know that voice by heart. But I'm sure all the fans will recognize her voice right away. But overall, Slimoids is a shit ton of fun. I also want to mention that the original music score by Dakota Drobnicki is a fantastic score. Very memorable. Make sure to add that to the notes that I keep on staring at because her score really stood out. But overall, Slimoids is a shit ton of fun. If you're a huge fan of the little monster movies of the 80s, you definitely need to see not that one yet. You need to see Slimoids. The little terrors that could finally did. Okay, the next movie is 2020's Dinogore, and this one says, what's eating you? They are. Now, what is Dinogore about? It is about an earthquake that awakens a hungry horde of prehistoric predators ready to devour human flesh. The best way to describe this movie is it's the Evil Dead meets Carnosaur. That's the best way I could describe it. And it also feels a lot like a Poloni Brothers movie from the early 90s called Saurus. And actually, Sébastien Sebastian mentions it in the commentary track, that movie being an influence. That's the first movie that came to mind. But it really does have that Evil Dead meets Carnosaur vibe. It's a bunch of friends in a cabin in the woods. One by one, they start being picked up by these dinosaurs. For the most part, the dinosaurs are rubber hand puppets, and they're really cheesy, but they're so damn charming. You can't help but like smile when you see them. But there is a bigger dinosaur that was created or designed by Dustin Mills, but I believe it was created by someone called Tori Hayes, I think. Um, that he or she actually created the dinosaur itself, and it's called Sago Rex. It's pretty cool if you know Dustin's work from just his movies and our Slimoids. It's pretty cool looking for the budget. I think they mentioned the budget maybe a grand or under a grand. I know Slimoids it was under a grand, but very cheaply done. But it looks still pretty cool. The hand puppets are really cool. The gore effects are actually really well done. This one's actually much gorier than Slimoids. Now you're saying, of course it's gorier, it's Dinogore. But Slimoids wasn't super gory. It had a lot of slime in it, though, so it did deliver that. But Dinogore does have much more gore in it. The acting, for the most part, is much like Slimoids. It's decent to not bad, okay. But once again, Steve Walls and Rain Tai steal the show in this movie. Steve Walls plays Uncle Dante, and he's absolutely fucking hysterical. He ends up popping up again at the end, which I thought was really cool to see him again. Rain Tai plays one of the friends in the movie that are in a cabin in the woods. He's actually really funny as well, especially when he's talking shit to his sister. But they really, steal the show. So I can't wait to see more from them acting-wise in the future. If they plan on pursuing more and more acting, I would definitely watch because I really enjoy them. But Dinogore, yeah, it's a simple to the point premise. Dinosaurs, cabin in the woods, stupid teenagers, a lot of gore. If you want a nice 57-minute, just fun as fuck B movie with rubber dinosaurs and stupid people getting eaten, well, guess what? This movie fucking delivers. And as a double feature, both Slimoids and Dinogore do work really, really well together. Sebastian mentions that in the commentary track that he, figured these would be the best together. And they actually together as one like 2-part little movie. It's a really fun 106-minute movie when you put them together. And that's all you can actually really ask for is some good old-fashioned B-movie entertainment. You like tiny little monsters, you like rubber monsters, you like handmade dinosaur effects. This movie has it all and has a lot of gore to boot. So I highly recommend both of these. But I'm not done yet. This Basement Videos release has special features. And you're not probably get a good view of that, but I will just tell you what they are. There's audio commentary from Sébastien Godin on both movies. Highly informative and honest. He's honest about Dinogore in particular. I will say of the two movies, I did enjoy Dinogore more, but I enjoyed both of them. But I like Dinogore a lot. He's very honest about stuff. He talks about behind the scenes stuff, how he got certain actors, how he got Brink Stevens in the movie. Both tracks are very highly informative, and if you're a fan of commentary work from any movies, definitely give these two a listen. There is a trailer reel for his movies, which if you're a fan of his movies, you'll really appreciate that. Has some quite good gems in there. There's an interview with Dinogore writer Jacob Dressler. This is he's one of the writers of Dinogore, and he just goes into detail about how the project started, how he got involved acting wise in the movie. He plays a narrator at the beginning of the movie. But overall, it's a really informative review, short and to the point. And last but not least is an interview with producer Dustin Hubbard. I'm very familiar with Dustin's work. I actually just reviewed a movie he produced called Horror Tales 666 Part 2. Also, Philip Herman, who co-directed that movie, has an acting role in Slimoids. I forgot to mention that. But it's a very informative review, and he has very similar opinions about Dinogore, about, I guess, being kind of disappointed in it. But it's a very honest interview, and it's a very interesting interview. So I highly recommend you check these special features out. And because this is a Basement Videos release, This is a limited edition. It will only be available 2 months. November, December, January 1st it is gone. So you got 2 months today to pick this up. And if you're a fan, like I said, of little monster movies, gore, if the idea of watching the Evil Dead meets Carnosaur meets the Plonia Brothers, Saurus excites you, then you definitely want this in your collection. Um, um, but yes, November, December. So pick it up now. I'll have a direct link down below for it. So do it. If you like my channel, if you like the stuff I review on my channel, you'll definitely get a kick out of this. So highly recommend this. This is so much fun. Now, if you like my channel, thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. What's your favorite little monster movie of the 80s? Are you a Gremlins person? Critters person? Ghoulies? Hobgoblins? Hell, Slimoids. It's not from the 80s, but still. Let me know down below. I'll have some more reviews in the works, more SOV horror, more Joe Sherlock, so look out for those. But that's been it. That's for all. That's all. I'm Jonathan Knight. This has been B Movie Madness. Thanks for watching.